Alright, thank you for staying with us on Liberty this morning. Of course, this is our discussion segment. Like I earlier said, I apologize for not being able to bring you different segments talking about the sports, entertainment, and of course the business segment. But hopefully tomorrow we would have all of that as a full package for you on the breakfast show. Alright, so this is our discussion segment. And in case you're just joining us, my name is Rose Yusuf. Been here, I went through issues in the news, and of course, we went through with our media partners talking about different issues in Africa and outside Africa, of course. Right, so now our discussion segment this morning, we're here and we're going to be talking about art this morning. We're going to be talking about art in Nigeria, art in Kaduna, and of course, art as a whole, and how we get to encourage that part of the arts culture. Right, we meet this morning is Eli Waduba Yusuf. Thank you so much, Eli, for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
We really, really appreciate your coming this morning. I'd actually be looking forward to having this, interview with you. You're very much welcome.
Thank
Well,
you.
Eli is a hyperrealism artist here in Kaduna. You know we love to celebrate our Kaduna talents. Last week we had Habiba Tanko Zoktok who was here, a Nollywood star for coming from here in Kaduna. And here today we have a hyperrealism artist here in Kaduna, Eli Waduba Yusuf. He has gone quite far, and his works are the best I have seen, so far in Kaduna, if I may say that. So, Eli Waduba, tell us about. Okay, first of all, before we head on to that, you've of recent now for Monday, Tuesday now you've been hearing so much about xenophobic attacks happening, with our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, and of course for other people, from other countries in South Africa. Now let's get your thoughts on what's going on there, because it's quite, well, as our government would say, it's condemnable, and it's quite unfortunate that we as Africans have to go through this, as Africans, because they are also our African brothers and sisters. So what's your thoughts on this?
I watched YouTube videos yesterday.
Mm,
I saw a lot of things. The thing here is, they may have the right to protest about Africans, especially Nigerians, taking
mm,
over their places and all that. But I don't think violence is something that is not an action they should take.
mm,
Uh, violence is not a way to solve problems.
okay.
Yes. And I don't think the government of South Africa should support such things.
Mm,
Because based on what I was saying, I think they are in support.
mm,
Yes. We're all Africans. We have them over here that come
yeah,
to
sure.
work.
A whole lot
And
of
there are a
them.
lot of South Africans in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
And these people are, the person that was talking yesterday, I think, is it their commander,
Commissioner.
the commissioner of
Yeah.
police, something like that. Yeah. I think that guy is not even exposed in the first place because he didn't have a foresight of those South Africans
Mm,
working in other parts of
other
the
parts
nation.
of the.
He was just concerned about his country
Mm,
and the foreigners over there.
yeah.
Now, it's good for them to protest, yes, it's good, but violence is not what they should use. They don't have to take
Yeah.
people's life
Yeah.
to claim what is theirs.
Of course, people just went there to have,
Yes,
probably
yes,
to try to put food on their table
that
and
is
try
it.
to meet end
Nigerians
mates.
are in so many countries.
Of
Nigerians
course.
are, to be honest, Nigerians are hardworking.
Mm-hmm.
We always try to go somewhere to get something. We don't just sit in our comfort zone. That should not be a crime. If it's too much, they should set boundaries for us. Look, this is how far you can go.
Yeah.
But not killing us. No,
Sure.
no, no, no. It's
And,
not
and
really
other
an option.
African. Meanwhile, you have South Africans all over
Yeah.
also. So hopefully, well, this morning there was reprisal. No, not this morning. Since yesterday, we had some reprisal attacks here in Nigeria. Hopefully, our security operative are able to curtail that, because violence for violence is never the answer. So, well, hopefully our government gets to do something about it and everybody is safe. Africa is for all. Africa is for each and every one of us. No particular country owns Africa. Africa is for all of us also. Hopefully we get to see the end of this and see better days in Africa. All right, so let's talk art right now. Let's come back to our base now. Let's talk about hyperrealism art. How long have you been in? Or first of all, let's even know what hyperrealism art is.
All right, hyperrealism art is trying to draw to make it look like the original copy.
Hmm.
Yes. Trying to bring out, like, drawing to make it look exactly, if possible, like the original copy
Yeah.
of either the picture or the person.
Okay, so
Yes.
if you're talking about probably you're duplicating that, but it's
Yes.
like you're using your fingers, to
Yes.
actually do that. So
Yes.
what do you use in, achieving this?
Just my paper, pencil,
The
and
normal pencil we know, or there's some sort of, some extra, ordinary
yes,
or
the normal
different sort of
pencil you can
pencil.
actually use the normal pencil,
Mm-hmm.
but there are grades in pencils.
Okay.
Yes, and there are pencils that are just meant for art.
Mm.
They're just for art.
Okay.
So you can actually use a normal pencil to create something to look real.
Mm.
But when it comes to like the dark places,
Yeah.
you have to use other forms of pencils,
Yeah.
other grades,
Mm.
because we have two kinds of pencil. The normal pencil we use is called graphite.
Okay.
Yes, and even in the graphite we have grades.
Mm.
We have the darker ones, we have the lighter ones.
Okay.
Yes, and we also have the charcoal pencils.
Mm.
Yes,
So all these are all used for arts.
yes.
Okay. All right. So, since when did you start this, or since when were you into the hyperrealism arts? When did you start it?
Well, I've been drawing since when I was a kid.
Mm.
I draw cartoons, I act movies
Mm.
on my notebooks. But hyperrealism art, I started it 4 years back.
Mm.
That was 2015, after my ending Kaduna Polytechnic, because I was faced with challenges of where to do my IT, where to work, and all that.
Mm.
And I've always have passion for art. So I went to a couple of places to learn a trade, but I wasn't really interested in it. So I came back to art because I got inspired by people's works that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt, let me just give it a try. I don't just know, but let me just draw.
Mm.
Since it's something I love to do, I didn't even know that it would take me this far. I was just doing it just for fun.
All here in Kaduna State.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's to show you that beautiful things actually come out of Kaduna State. Despite some of our challenges, we still have beautiful momentum, have beautiful things coming out of Kaduna State. Now we can see that some of his works actually been displayed, during the course of a show, and you can all actually understand where we're coming from with hyperrealism art. So now, how far has this taken you to since you started the hyperrealism? But apart from the hyperrealism art, you still do other, forms of drawings. Yeah, or you're
Uh,
concentrating mainly on hyperrealism.
it's hyperrealism has a lot of branches. It's not just drawing the human.
Mm,
Yes, you can do animals, you can do houses, you can draw cars.
mm,
As long as it looks real, it looks exactly. It's still hyperrealism.
mm.
But I have a particular field, which is drawing humans. But I also draw other forms of art. I also draw animals,
Yeah.
but it's still hyperrealism.
Mm.
Yes, and art is just so diverse. You cannot just rely on just one thing,
One
but you
aspect.
have a specific a specific field,
Yeah.
something you specialize in, but you can also do other forms of art. There are other forms like I draw this is this silhouette.
Mm.
Just you can just create something out of it, and it's not just the pure silhouette that we know that is just dark, but I can draw something inside it that looks so real, and the background will just be a silhouette. It's just all about creativity.
Creativity.
Yes.
Wow. All right. So let's talk about the what actually brought you, because before the whole Kevin Hart issue, we hardly heard your name. Probably one or two places because of the media work. And we're like, okay, yes, we have good artists and all of that. So take us through the journey with Kevin Hart, how it came to you, and what brought that idea, and how you actually sold yourself with that particular case there.
The issue of Kevin, seriously,
Mm.
seriously, I didn't know all these things will happen.
Yeah.
Because when I decided to draw Kevin, he's my favorite comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to have his art because normally what I do is I get pictures of good quality
Mm.
for adverts. I just draw them to keep in my gallery. So I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to have a copy of my favorite comedian's work in my gallery. So and another thing that makes me so interested in him is his relationship with D-Rock. D-Rock is one of my favorite movie star,
Mm-hmm.
and they're more like best friends. So there was a time I drew D-Rock. So this time around I was like, hi, contemplating between the two.
Yeah.
Should I draw D-Rock again or I should go with Kevin? I said, let me just go with Kevin Hart this time around. Maybe when I'm done, I can pick
Go
up the
on
one of
the road.
D-Rock.
Yeah.
So I was just doing it for fun. I started the work last year. It's something that would have taken me a week to do, but I took commission works. So I most of the times when I touch it, I would just drop it and do customers work. When I'm done, I go back to it.
Yeah.
So early this year, I finished the work and I posted it on Facebook, and friends were like, "Take it to Twitter. He might see it." And then I wasn't even on Twitter. So that day I opened a Twitter account.
Really?
I was a novice on Twitter. In
Yeah.
fact, I opened a Twitter account. I uploaded a picture. The first time I just wrote my favorite comedian Kevin Hart, and I got about 40 retweets. Then something was like, retweet it again. So I posted it again, the same
Yeah.
picture, and I said, this is a picture, a portrait of my favorite comedian Kevin Hart for real. I tagged him and I said, please help me retweet it until he sees it.
Yeah.
So I was so shocked with the number of retweets.
You got.
In fact, my phone kept buzzing. The
can
thing was just so
imagine.
shocking. I was just new to Twitter.
Yeah.
That same day, I had about 500 new friends.
Wow.
That's 500 follows.
Yes.
I was so surprised because I once had a Twitter account and I
Yeah.
don't think I had up to 10 follows then. So the thing was so shocking to me. The more it was going, people were just following until he saw it. When he saw it was something else. And I didn't even know that he saw it. I just came on Facebook because I'm more of a Facebook person.
Yeah.
So I came on Facebook to just reply people's comments and all that. Then I saw under somebody's comment what Kevin said. He screenshot it on Twitter and posted it under my comment. When I saw it, I was so shocked. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I don't believe this. I went back on Twitter
Yeah.
and I didn't really see his post. I didn't really go there. But I saw that I was having more than 10,000 followers. I was
Already.
like, what's going on? Then I checked my inbox and I saw his message. He DM'd me and he was like, I should send my info. The whole thing was like a dream. I just threw my phone to the ground.
Oh.
Because it was so shocking to me
Yeah.
because I didn't believe it. I never expected it. In fact, if he was to see it, I was thinking maybe it would take me 4, 5, 6 months. Maybe he might see it and just say, wow, this is nice.
This is nice.
But I didn't
Just
expect him,
to have a reply from
yes,
him.
even requesting me to do a job for him. It was just so shocking to me. So it took me a while to get over the excitement, and I was still wondering if it's real. And
Wow.
that is just
All right. Well, for those of you who don't know who Kevin Hart is a very popular comedian. He's an actor. He's let me say philanthropist. He does so many good works out there. Kevin Hart is somebody that I think all celebrities should probably aspire to be like him. He has probably all the good things going for him, apart from the unfortunate accident he had, just a few days back. Hopefully, he's getting
Yes.
better. We read that he was going to go into surgery or
yes,
something
he
like
actually
that.
undergone the
the
surgery
surgery.
already, and he's recovering.
All right, so hopefully we get to have him back on his feet and keep doing his good works. Now, how has that actually helped you build your art? Okay, wait. Before then, though, so was he able to? Because we got to know that he wanted you to do some probably drawings for his friends and all of that. All that went through.
No, not yet.
Okay.
We had a conversation last week with him.
Okay.
Yes. So he's a celebrity. He hardly have time even for
Yeah,
himself.
sure.
So I think all I need to do is to exercise patience.
Of course.
Yes.
So definitely
So
come through.
yes.
All right. So how has that actually helped promote your art? How has that helped put you, on the platform, or how have you used that probably that particular platform? Because I know now your Twitter has a whole good number of followers and all of that. So how have you been able to harness this all this that came to you?
Well, you can't really harness everything because it's not like a business organization that you
Yeah.
have a lot of workers. So what I do is I just give in my best. I do, it takes me a week to finish a portrait,
Okay.
but I had to take extra hours to train myself. Now I think I can do a portrait in 3 days time. Yes, because a lot of people keep requesting.
So now you have more requests now. You have
More.
more clients now.
Back then,
Yeah.
I can spend a month without
Having anybody
having
call
anybody.
you to
Yes, but now I hardly spend a week without somebody requesting for a job. So it's a whole lot of work. So I had to just look for ways to improvise, ways to give them the best in a very short period of time. So I have to go on YouTube sometimes to watch videos, and I have to learn myself. Sometimes I just get some things, I just practice myself on how to do some things faster. Yes, I remember the last time I had to grind all my graphite pencils to make it powder for shading, to
Wow.
make it easier for me. So it's all about creativity. What you have, use it just to do the best.
best.
Yes.
All right. So now, has this actually been paying your bills? Because sometimes you have people who think that you know what, drawing does not do anything for you. You just keep drawing and it doesn't get anywhere. But we've had a good number of people who their works have actually gone out there. So how has this probably helped in paying your bills? How has this helped you to keep yourself together? And do you probably think, or rather, let's start with that first.
Uh, when I started hyperrealism
Mm.
4 years back, I I think the first work I did was 1,005 naira.
Oh.
So then I had this mindset that where is art taking me to? Will anybody ever do a job?
Pay you hugely for
Yes.
doing
How
this.
long will I be drawing to be able to pay my bills? But for now, it has gone a long way. In fact, it has opened my mind to see that there's a future in art. That is the truth. There's a future in art, and I have a target. I believe that I will sell a piece of art for $1 million someday. So it has gone a long way in helping me. That's the truth, and I know that better days
Yeah.
are coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's all about being patient and it's all about doing your best.
Yes.
All right. So how far do you see yourself going with this? How far do you know, really envision yourself going with hyperrealism, or do you want to branch into other forms of art too?
Uh, I've not really pictured myself going into other
Other
branches.
forms of
Yes,
art. Okay.
but what I want to do in hyperrealism is I want to draw to a level that people will argue. In fact, white people will come and argue that this thing is not a
It's not
drawing,
a drawing. It's a picture.
it's a picture.
Yeah.
That is my goal, that is my target. And I don't see myself resting right now until I get there.
To get there. All right, there, viewers, you heard it. For some people, after having this limelight, they'll just probably relax and see themselves as the best they have attained, you know, as regards to their arts. All right, now for training, okay, is there any form of probably formal training that one could go through, or is it just a hobby? Because some people naturally can just pick up a pen and before you know it, you know, something is out already. But for some other people like us that probably will take ages to actually, you know, draw something, you know, is there probably a form of training, probably a formal training or informal training that one could go through to actually learn this? I have an interest now, but I don't know how to go about holding a pencil, let alone, you know, scribbling something down. How do I go about it? Is there a formal training or an informal training that I could go through to learn how to do this thing and probably excel in it?
Well, art is more like a gift, or should I say talent. It's something that is inbuilt. I never had an art class.
Yeah.
Yes, what I studied in school is cooperative economics and management in Kaduna Polytechnic here. And even back then in secondary school, I think I just did art from my primary school to JS3.
Okay.
My SS1, I stopped drawing. In fact, my schoolmate in FGC just never knew that I draw because I pretended for them. I never carried a pencil all through.
Yeah.
So it's more like it's more of a gift. Yes, it's more of a gift. There are different forms of gift. All you need to do is look inside you, ask God to help you. What is it that
Like,
you
yes,
love
giving
doing?
you.
Yes, you think it could be that you're good with speaking. It could be that you're good with singing, but you cannot just be perfect in what you're not called for.
Yeah.
That is it. You have to go for that thing that is in you, because every child is a star. Every child born on this
Has
earth carries something.
Yeah.
No
Sure.
matter how he looks, even if he's crippled or what, he has something inside him to make him great. So it's left for him, and if he has good guidance to harness that thing in him. Like I actually went to few places. I actually went to Clement Colors. I learned a little from him, but he's a painter.
Okay.
I'm a pencil artist, so I couldn't stay there for so long because it's not my field.
Yeah, you just wanted to get some few
Yes,
things.
yes.
Okay.
So it's more of a gift. It's more of a gift. Even if you don't have a teacher, if you have that gift and you have that passion for it, you can end up becoming great.
All right. So just in few words, your probably advice for those who are looking up to you and those who really want to be like you, because you have some people that okay, since Ella has gotten to this extent now, I can actually do it, and then all of that. So what's your probably your advice for those who are into the same field like you but haven't gotten to where you are? Just something to keep them going.
Well, before I got to this place, to this level, because I told
I don't
myself,
even cut you short before you get there. How were your parents' reaction to this?
well, at first,
Yeah.
my dad was not really interested in it. My dad have always wanted the best for me,
Yeah.
so he didn't really see a future in art. He always wanted, he takes me to this place, go and learn this work, go and learn that one. My dad is not a
Yes.
lazy person,
Yeah.
so he always wants us active, go on this one. If you
Yeah.
see you sitting, you just feel like you're being lazy.
You're being
He give you
idle.
something to
Just-
do.
Yeah,
So he
true.
always looked for the best, but he
Yeah.
didn't have a formal education to be able to decipher what I truly want to do.
Okay.
So it was quite a challenge for me. My mom has been a support. So when he started realizing it, it was last year, that was before he passed on, because he started supporting me. He bought me a lot of art materials. He also paid my rent when I went to Clement Colors. So, but he didn't really, God actually took him. He didn't see
So sorry about
what
that.
art had in store for me. The thing here is for the youth. What kept me going is, at first I was discouraged because when I saw other artists' works, I thought I could never be able to do it.
Yeah.
But something kept me going. I told myself, try to beat your own records. Make sure what you're doing today is better than yesterday.
Yes,
So
okay.
that's what kept me going.
Going,
Don't
okay.
feel you've done your best. Try to make sure what you're doing today is better
It's
than
better
yesterday.
than yesterday.
You're competing with yourself, not anyone. If you should look at people's works, you'll be discouraged. So just keep competing with yourself. Make sure you're better than your yesterday.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Eli Waduba, for coming through this morning. We really do appreciate your works. And for one, hopefully we get to have you back more to talk on, other issues that will come up. So thank you so much, and keep up the good work. Really do appreciate your work here in Kaduna. All right, viewers out there, you've heard it from Eli here, and he has said that, you know what, whatever is in you, try to develop it, all right? Just look for it and bring it out there. You never can tell who needs that. You never can tell why God has given you that to meet somebody else's particular need. Here he is here in Kaduna, but communicating with Kevin Hart all across the world. So it can happen to anybody. It can happen to you. It can happen to me as well. So that's all we can take on the breakfast show this morning. Tomorrow is another day. We'll bring a full package. Of course, so do stay with us and have yourselves a very wonderful and a creative day ahead. My name is Rose Yusuf. Do stay tuned for the news at 8.